Our Maelstrom friend seems notably more agitated than when we first arrived. Do you happen to know why that might be? A kobold in the camp, you say? That would appear to corroborate Urianjo's information, yes, but to be so reckless to infiltrate the Maelstrom camp and draw attention to their efforts is passing strange. Well, there will be time to think on this later. For the present, we must do everything in our power to prevent Titan summoning, and that means finding and questioning this kobold. Okay, we need to pursue the kobold. Where? Okay, down there. Stay back, away, far back. I'm not. It's no use. Pointless, hopeless, no use. Okay. So we need to pursue it again. Okay. Where can I find that kobold? That there. Please don't hurt me. I only wish to talk. And then why you run? This was a stupid plan. Stupid, stupid, stupid. But if I tell no one, then everyone will. Yeah, he found me again. What to do, what to do, what to do. I come in peace only to talk. Speak, say, talk. So please, please do not hurt me. So this is our wily kobold infiltrator, is it? No wonder the soldiers were on edge. He could very well give one a bruised knee. Huzzah, we've got them. Fine work, Scions. So, little one, thought you could sneak into my camp, did you? Plotting to steal my crystals, were you? No, 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 I came to talk, to ask for help. But when your soldiers saw me, they drew their weapons and shouted, and I... Now, let us all take a deep breath and discuss this like civilized individuals. What is your name, child? Pigman Gabu of the 620th Order. At least I will be a pigman one day. Well met, Gabu. I am Alfino, and this is my sister Alice. Alceo, the man who found you, is our friend, and now that you know our names, we can be friends too. Now, Commander Bloodin here thinks you wanted to take his crystals, Gabu, but you said you came to ask for help. Why to us and not to your own people? What happened, Gabu? Can you tell us? No one is going to hurt you, alright? Not while we're here, I promise. The Patriarch is going to summon the Great Father again, and you have to stop him. Beat him, fight him, stop him. Gabu's parents say that they didn't want it along with many others, but the patriarch wouldn't listen. He was so angry, raging, fuming angry. He said that if they didn't have iron in their hearts, they would serve as cook for the furnace, and then the guards took my parents and the others away, and I haven't seen any of them since. Cook for the furnace? I did not want to believe it, but I have heard tales of fo fochi, fashioned from the bones of beastmen, which worshippers used in their rituals, hoping to summon more powerful incarnations of their gods. By the 12, that is sickening. No one listens to Gabu, no matter how much he cries, pleads, begs, cries. They do not listen, only talk about punishing the overdwellers and praising the Great Father. Gabu loves the Great Father, but he loves his parents too. So please help Gabu stop the patriarch and save his parents. Commander, advise Maelstrom Command that Titan summoning is imminent. Should the worst come to worst, we will require their support. Time being of the essence, we three will attempt to infiltrate the Kobold's stronghold, secure their crystals, and free the prisoners. Well, if you're sure, you'll forgive me if I don't seem optimistic. We'll make ready just in case. Okay. I have faith that we may yet stop the ritual. We would surely have detected the associated etheric disturbance that had Titan manifested already. But I cannot speak for the prisoners. 12 have mercy that they would even contemplate sacrificing their own flesh and blood, brothers and sisters, mothers and fathers. Time is of the essence. We must see what else Gabu knows and formulate a plan without further delay. Let us pray that we still have time to save Gabu's parents. Oh, hmm. The beast that mourned at the heart of the mountain. I heard Great Father Titan loves crystals, cherishes, covets, loves them, and if we gather enough, he will return. That's why the patriarch told everyone to go forth and gather them. So I was thinking if we take all the crystals away, maybe the Great Father won't come. Very good, Gabu. I was just thinking the same thing. Do you know where these crystals are stored? I know. Several spots, each defended by a different order. Gabu wanted to steal them, but he was too afraid to go alone. Yes, too afraid to go alone. But together we can take them away and hide them. Come, Gabu will lead you to the first cache. Okay, so where are we going? Okay, there. Quickly. This is a cache of crystals. Do you have them all? Good. Lead on, Gabu. This way. Okay. Time is short. If you have the crystals, we should move on to the next cache. Did you hear me, brother? Brother. Aye, it's just that. I'm quite certain that crate once bore Ishgardian seals. Someone took great pains to remove all traces, but enough remains to make out the patterns. See for yourself. I struggle to imagine kobolds traveling to Kurthus to obtain crystals, much less bothering to conceal their origins. I suspect these crystals were smuggled into Filbran by another party, most likely a pawn of the Asians, as Tancred speculated. I don't understand. Who are the Asians? Do they worship Great Father Titan too? Never you mind about that. As Alice said, we do not have a lot of time. Can you lead us to the next cache, Gabu? Yes, 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 of course. Gabu knows the way. This next one is the last and is very large. Very big, very huge, very large. But they were here, heaps and heaps and heaps of crystal. So it's gone, huh? Do you cast about for a time, you see no sign of the crystals. Confound it. What about you, Alcino? Any luck? Nothing, nothing, nothing. But this cannot be. Gabu saw them. Spied, spotted, saw. Think, brother, think. They must have moved them, yes? The question is where to and why. Within Ogomoro, where they summoned Titan once before and mean to do so again. It is the only explanation. What about mother and father and the others? We have to help them. And we will, Gabu. We will. Stay calm. We still have time. They have yet to call for the remaining crates, yes? If they had, then they would have found the other caches empty and sounded the alarm. Nevertheless, I believe the time for stealth has passed. We must breach the navel and seize the remaining crystals. There is no other way to prevent Titan summoning. But first, give me your crystals that I might deliver them into Commander Bloodin's custody. We dare not take them into the bowels of the mountain. Okay. The crystals, I'll say, if you would be so kind. Thank you. I shall deliver them to Camp Overlook for safekeeping and brief Commander Bloodin of the situation. Pray go on ahead. As I recall, there is an aetheryte within the Ugamaru mines that should deliver you to the naval. Gabu doubtless knows the way. Wait for me there. I shall rejoin you anon. Strange. I would have thought you eager to remain in the thick of the action. But if this is what you would prefer, then Godspeed, brother. This way, this way. Okay. We need to go in. Okay. To go around. Here we go. I take it this is the aetheryte we seek. Right then. As soon as Alphino arrives, we go. I trust you're feeling suitably heroic, Alceo. There is no telling what sort of resistance we will face in there. Quickly, you clouds, briskly, swiftly, quickly. I will not suffer any further delay. Lay down your arms and surrender. We have your crystals. There will be no summoning this day. Overdwellers here, but how did you? Where are my parents, patriarchs? Where are they? What the? Mother? Father? Coke for the furnace, you monster. How could you? We are but servants of the Lord of Crags. We are his, that he may drink of our blood and partake of our flesh, that he might draw upon the strength of his children and defend them from the tyranny of the overdwellers. No, Alice, not yet. I understand, Patriarch, I do. Your fear, your anger, your hate. You would do anything to protect your people, anything to deliver them from despair, whatever it takes to ensure that those who threaten you can never do so again. But in your single-minded pursuit of this objective, you have brought suffering on your own kith and kin. You have sacrificed the lives of the very people you sought to protect. But it indeed, uh, but it need not be this way, Patriarch. Renounce this bloody course. Cease your attempts to summon your god and work with us together to build a lasting peace. Another peace to be abandoned at the overdweller's convenience. Oathbreakers, all of you. Liars, betrayers, oathbreakers. You take and you take and you take, and when you have had your fill, you sue for peace. You promise that this time is the last until you grow hungry again. And when we dare to defend ourselves, you declare that this beast tribe cannot be suffered to live, that our God drains the land of ether and brings naught but suffering, death, destruction, suffering upon us all. I will hear no more lies from you and yours, overdwellers. You've ruined your own lands, you'll not ruin ours. I said I'd come for you, and I did. I'm here. I'm here. I'm here. Say something, please. Please. Oh no. Ooh. 7 hells. must away. Hmm. Well, by the 12, how could I be so foolish? I should have known better than to let Gabu accompany us, given what we were like to find. His anguish and despair have served to birth a Primal, just as surely as would the supplication of the faithful. Worse, being born of such tumultuous emotion, this incarnation of Titan seems incapable of naught but violence. If we have one cause for optimism, it is that while many crystals were present, they represented but a fraction of the quantity intended for the summoning ritual, meaning that Titan must be far weaker than planned. Be that as it may, he is yet a primal, and the longer we leave him to bleed the land of ether, the stronger he will grow. And should the Titan be permitted to leave Okomoro, more lives will be lost. The Maelstrom will rally their troops, and the cycle will continue. Osil, you know what must be done. Will you face the Lord of Crags once more? Thank you, my friend. Alice and I will tend to Gabu. When you have finished with the Primal, look for us in Camp Overlook. We'll be expecting you. Okay, so we need to do the Naval Heart again. Today seems to be filled with dungeons. I haven't tried the extreme. Ooh. Okay. What the? So I'm dead. I'm dead. Dead. I haven't done this in quite a long time. I don't remember any mechanics of this battle. Okay. Uh-oh. Both of the healers dead. Okay. It seems one of the DPS is able to heal. So it's not looking good, but the Titan's almost dead. Come on. Ouch! The tank's dead. Can the DPS do it? Oof! 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 Ouch. Got that. Whew. Ah, there he is. Did I not tell you he would return safe and sound? The deed is done, then. Titan is no more? Good. There has been enough tragedy this day. He has been like that since he regained consciousness. We believe he can hear us, but he has made no attempt to respond. He is almost certainly still in shock, but we cannot discount the possibility that he succumbed to the Primal's influence. Should that prove to be the case, he must be put to death like any other thrall. Such is the Alliance's policy. Yes? You have the right of it. But we must not rush to conclusions. After all, we once feared that Isael's followers were beyond reason, and many have since laid down their arms and accepted Ishgard's peace. But we can but watch, pray, wait and pray. There is not to be gained from dwelling on an eventuality over which we have no control, much less one which may never even come to pass. Let us stand to more immediate matters, informing Commander Blodin of Titan's demise, for example. You may be certain that he will be glad of the news. Would you be so kind as to break it to him? Ah, you're a sight for sore eyes. When the others came back without you, I feared the worst, but they said you had matters well in hand. All settled then, is it? I am glad to hear it, but not half as glad as my Menno would be. Believe you me, regardless of whether or not he was summoned properly, a primal's a primal, and there ain't a soul in the maelstrom that hasn't lost a friend to one. Don't get me wrong, like, we were all prepared to do our part, but we weren't so naive as to think we'd live to tell the tale. Thankfully, of course, it didn't come to that, which, my friend, sounds to me like cause for celebration. Now, I know you lot have places to be, but why not stay the night? We'd be honored to raise a glass to the triumphant return of Titan's Bane. That's Alice, right? Okay, maybe after this scene, I will stop the MSQ for a bit and maybe focus on the
Who goes
Alexander
there?
raid uh, for this moment.
Oh, it's you. He hasn't been feeling too well. It's so quiet out here. The stars spread out before us, beckoning across time and space. Dawn may banish even the darkest night. How bitterly beautiful, those words. I should be stronger for all my experiences, yet my heart aches more than ever. I never understood why Grandfather gave his life that day. I thought that if I came here, I would find the answers I needed. But when I finally laid eyes on the land he sacrificed everything to save, saw firsthand the bickering, the pettiness, I was disappointed. I was angry. I could not fathom how these people were more deserving of his love than his family, than me. Nevertheless, I had to believe he had good reason. I was determined to uncover the whole truth of the calamity and, perhaps in so doing, find my own purpose in this sea of chaos. My travels have been enlightening, but I cannot say that I have enjoyed them. I have lost count of the many petty crises that I was helpless to resolve and of the people whose actions I could not understand. There were others, of course. Good people. People with whom I felt a kinship, whose lives I could not save. I found myself asking what it was all for. Why try if I was doomed to fail in the end? But then I recalled Grandfather's words to my father, years ago, before he left Charlayan behind forever. To ignore the plight of those one might conceivably save is not wisdom, it is indolence. We must all protect that which we hold most dear in the manner of our own choosing. We have to try, do we not? Of course, it's one thing to try and another to do. There were times while I was tracking the warriors of darkness when I faltered, when I was afraid. But then I thought of my brother, of Urianger. Oh, pray forgive me. This conversation has been rather one-sided, hasn't it? Mayhap you could recount some of your adventures in Ishgard.
I traveled far and wide but took the path sustaining itself.
Gods! They must have been at each other's throats from dawn till dusk. I dare say you managed to keep the peace, though. Merely being in the presence of the Warrior of Light is surely enough to shame anyone into behaving. The hopes and dreams of so many rest on your shoulders, Warrior of Light. As long as the sun rises, we can but carry on, for the sake of those we hold dear.
To what end dost thou cling to the tainted gifts of the Mother?
Every tool has its purpose. Even this. Well, what is it?
The seeds sown in Vilbrand have been plucked from the earth and left to wither. Alas, Titan's demise sufficed not to drive the kobolds to deepest desperation.
What did the man in white have to say?
That we are to proceed as he did first set forth.
Well, that's easy for him to say. It's not his bloody world on the brink of destruction, is it?
Be thou well reminded that with an end to Ishgard's unrest, naught now remaineth to preoccupy the Scion's thoughts, and thus may they devote their every energy to thwarting thee and thine. I foresee only greater difficulties ahead.
Foresee? Are you sure you don't welcome them? I'm starting to think you might hold a candle for your old friends after all.
Pray do not mistake mine intent. I but look upon the path which lieth before us with due trepidation. Shouldst thou be of like mind, pray consider then another course. For the power to invoke the ardour belongeth not unto the Ascians alone. With thine own hand strike down thine enemy, the so-called hero who would see thy home lost to light. Do but this, and thou wouldst at a single stroke disrupt the all-too-delicate balance of this realm, plunging her straightways into chaos.
You do realize what you're suggesting, yes?
To ignore the plight of those one might conceivably save is not wisdom, it is indolence. The words of my teacher, and a creed I hold close to my heart.
Very well. Draw him out. We'll make it quick.
It shall be done. What good a creed one cannot uphold? What hurts soothed? What lives saved? Oh, hapless fool, what hast thou wrought by thine own hands? Minfilia, my friends, I shall not now beg your forgiveness. Full deeply though it paineth me to walk it, I shall not stray from my chosen path. As Moonbreeder remains steadfast, so too shall I.
What is his goal then? Rianche.